SCEN. Twitter heads, SCEN_THE. The YouTube where you watching us. Make sure you subscribe. Notifications on. Capital THE. All caps SCEN. And shout out to the Twitch gang. STHE_SCEN. We are all over the place talking the second half of the NBA preview show. So I got my guys here. MJ may or may not join us later. Shout out to MJ holding it down. We got Trav. We got Germ. We got Ham. Fellas, coming off the All-Star game, we getting into the second half of the season. We got about 2.5 months. I think the season ends right around Memorial Day or somewhere close to it. What are we looking? Let's start with the big news, the semi-big news. Blake Griffin to the Nets. Bought out of his deal. He will be a Brooklyn Net. Ham, I know you had thoughts on this earlier today. I'm going to let you pick up right there.
Saying like grown men were ready to cry as soon as that news broke, you know. And it's sad from the entertainment and fandom standpoint. It's like, why are people so quick to get ruffled about an upgrade or potential upgrade? It's like we're really not sure in regards to Blake's health at this point. But we know he could be a positive addition to what they try to do in Brooklyn. You know, almost probably seamless in some efforts, especially if he's healthy. But I see a lot of the LeBron stands, LeBron apologists, Laker contingency support group. They seem to be up, you know, it's like any type of move that's going to be made by one side, it's going to always have some ruffled and hurt feelings on the other side. So right. I just say it from the bottom of my heart, sit y'all slow ass down somewhere with it. It's getting real tired, tacky, and old. I just continue to scroll by it when I see it on social media. But y'all look like, I'm going to start calling y'all the Spirit Squad, just like those cats that used to be in the WWE with the cheerleading uniforms doing all the flips and tumbling and 5-on-2 handicap tag matches and whatnot. That's what y'all act like. Y'all act like a bunch of cheerleaders. It's not good, man. It don't look good for the culture. Yes, I'm being humorous about it, but I'm also being dead serious. Y'all look real. Enjoy the games, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to root the way you root, but I'm just there with that.
My thing is, they act like this is 2012.
Right. Exactly. Blake is what, you're 12?
If this is 2012, Blake, you might have a rightful complaint. Well, first of all, 2012, Blake wouldn't be getting bought out. That's a whole nother issue right there.
Exactly. And even if it was 2012, Blake, what you going to do about it? Bring your best five. Get your squad. Tell your squad, bring their best five, and let's get this rocking. Right. All that whining, man. We got a $5 charge for whining and a $100 charge for the whining charge. For whining about the $5 charge. That's how we play it around.
You got a service fee on there.
Right.
Jerm, I'm going to kick it down to you. You said in the pre-show meeting, you were trying to figure out what's going on with Andre Drummond, who was told to have a seat at about the same time Blake Griffin was told to have a seat. Yet here we are. It's rumored one of the LA teams is interested, specifically the Lakers, but nothing's official on that. What's going on with Andre Drummond?
So, first and foremost, y'all, we talked about this, and I said to y'all, I don't know if I said it on the show, but I've said to y'all on quite a few occasions, the most messed up thing about Andre Drummond is his contract. It ain't anything else but the contract. Because at $28 million, it's a problem. It's gonna be a problem to move. Well, now according to GMs, they don't want to mess with that $28 million contract. A lot of these GMs are saying they would rather just wait for him to be bought out if he's bought out. So of course the Lakers are there. The Lakers couldn't make a trade for him if they wanted to, unless they was going to give up everybody that they got on their team outside of Anthony Davis and LeBron. But the thing is, right now, currently, what's funny is the guy from Cleveland that's generating the most buzz around the trade deadline is actually Larry Nance Jr. Teams like his contract. They say that it gives him some flexibility because it has 3 years on the deal. His deal doesn't go past, I think, $10 million per season for it. He could be the first big that you bring off the bench because he can play both a traditional power forward, and he can also play for the 5 in a small ball lineup. So I'm looking forward to this. Like, I want to see what happens. Of course, one of the teams looking is actually Philly. Another team is Boston. Just to name a couple teams out there that are linked to him. So I'm interested to see what happens. We got until March 25th to see what happens with Andre Drummond.
Trav, so, as Jeremy just alluded, 17 days to the trade line. Everybody's in that arms race trying to pick up this piece. Is there another move not named Andre Drummond that's out there where you feel like, hey, team can make this move? It helps them further in the contention, or is everybody kind of just based on kind of the climate and COVID and everything like that, it's going to have to kind of sit tight for a little bit?
I've been doing a little searching, doing a little reading, doing a little Facebook and Twittering and all that stuff there. And I found something very, very interesting. The name even fits the culture. Folks been hollering about Vucevic going to San Antonio.
Out of y'all, man. Why don't y'all go somewhere?
I actually said,
Yeah, you're right, because y'all won a championship with the most international born players, and you want to add Vucevic to the mix. Why don't y'all change divisions?
yes, Vucevic
I like it, though.
to San Antonio. Oh, I would. I'm a LaMarcus Aldridge fan. Let's just put it out there. I like LaMarcus Aldridge. Cut the left side of the floor, let him go to work. That's his specialty. He's been grumbling. He ain't been happy. He's been grumbling. He ain't been happy. DeMar DeRozan, for all he does, I really hope he stay. Although people want him gone, really want him to stay. But if we let go LaMarcus and we get somebody like Vucevic, I can go with that. I can ride with that. I mean, it ain't like you upgrade or you don't downgrade, but Vucevic works.
Fresh energy.
He's fresh. He works on both sides of the court just as well. Offensively, he works both sides of the blocks, and he can step out and shoot it if he wants to. Defensively, he ain't just gonna block them, but we ain't had 2 shot blockers since, again, David Robinson, Tim Duncan. We ain't had nothing since. Let's play ball, man. Let's play ball.
Trav, I think that's a really interesting move for San Antonio, especially considering, let's say, what Deborah Cox say. How did you get it? San Antonio, as we take this, I believe, is 6th or 7th in the West.
Yes.
Having a much better season I thought they were going to have. And if you can get LaMarcus Aldridge, who, to your point, maybe not too pleased with his role or what's going on, that's an upgrade to me. If that's the move, if I'm, far me be the one to tell Greg Popovich what to do.
Right.
If that's the move I'm making. I'm absolutely making that if that is available to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this: y'all do better just going after Mo Bamba, because he ain't got no run. He ain't getting no run, and that gives you everything you could possibly need right there. But if y'all want to be fancy and go after Vucevic, y'all do y'all. That's up to y'all. Whatever. I'm sick of y'all too. Just so you know, for the record, the Sagittarius are sick of y'all at this stage. We about tired of y'all folks. I'm tired of these shot making folks. I'm tired of them too. Jay, I'm tired of them too, man. It's just that time. They always gotta be around. I want some pig feet. I wanted some of those chitlins. That's what they is. They like them at the barbecue. They're like a gnat at a barbecue, just bugging the heck out of me every time I turn around. It's always about the Spurs. I want to talk about them.
I mean,
Shoot 75%
Mo
to a
Bamba is a
half.
name. Mo Bamba is a good name, but I need some. I mean, and could he be an impact? Who knows? But I'd rather get somebody that I know that's gonna dog out instead of somebody that I'm be like, who knows? Because we haven't yet seen Mo Bamba's potential. Although Mo Bamba is a very athletic young fella that can go to work when he's given time to work. But we just don't know. We just don't know.
Blocking a shot and passing it to DeJounte Murray and getting a fast break started with all y'all wings. But you know what the problem was saying? San Antonio, the team, they got all of the white meat. They got all of the wings and the breast. They ain't got none of the other players. They got a whole team of wings. That's what the problem is now. That's y'all got all the wings.
Look at the West. Look at the West though. Look at the West. The West is a bunch of party platters from Chick-fil-A. So
I'm not mad at that.
So it don't make a difference. Everybody is just as equal. Everybody in the West can get beat. Utah is number one in the West right now, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, take them now. You got Denver, which is they're not even. Are they in right now? If Denver will be out of playoff contention, correct?
Right. I think last I saw,
Denver is 7.
Denver is 7.
Dallas is 8. Denver 7. Spurs are 6.
They can play them and get beat.
Yeah.
All because the platter is even. Chick-fil-A number 2. You got Chick-fil-A on the east side, Chick-fil-A on the west side. Which one is better? They both can pay well.
I ain't gonna go that far because
they both gonna serve you. They both gonna give you my pleasure.
Trav.
What else?
I'm not going there with you. We're not going there with you today. With the Chick-fil-A. Utah is not looking like Chick-fil-A.
But Utah can get beat by Denver. Easy.
Utah can get beat by anybody.
That's why I said the whole West is just like a whole Chick-fil-A platter. They all the same.
I think it's. Go ahead.
What I'm looking forward to, you talk about the West trend. Just because, and this will be a ham classic because of the trollish nature of this. If Utah holds on to that number 1 seed, and we get the Battle of LA in round 2, the team that gets eliminated in the second round, the trolls will be fed for days.
Mm-hmm.
That's something further along in the West. Actually, that's a real storyline. Is can Utah hold on to number 1?
And that's no escape zone if we were to get that matchup in round 2. It's like whoever don't come out of that one, that has lose or leave town type implications. I'm just saying. I'm looking at these current standings right now, though. We got Utah 1. Phoenix currently sitting at the 2 with a game up over the Lakers, and the Clippers a half game behind the Lakers at 4. Portland 5, Denver 6, San Antonio 7, Dallas 8. So we could even be looking at a Western Conference Finals rematch in round 1 if it were to hold in the fashion in which we got right now. Denver and LA.
I think seeding. It's been a strange season so far, but we know, relatively speaking, things have kind of gotten a little bit better on the COVID front. Reason that matters is fans could be back in the building by the playoffs.
Ooh.
And if fans are back in the building by the playoffs, even if it's like 20, 30%,
it's a difference.
It's still a difference than 0.
It is a difference because now it changed the whole dynamic of what we seen from it being more like the Hunger Games last year in the playoffs. Because we see Miami go and beat some teams that they probably wouldn't have beaten with some
Mhm.
fans.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I
That is-
did it again.
Now that stage gets bigger. I'm gonna be honest too. I mean, I'm not one that rolls off hypotheticals, but I don't know if Denver walks down the Clippers from 3-1 outside of the bubble.
Nope.
I think what we kind of learned last year, fellas, and we're seeing this in. I think we saw this in the NFL. Not to get out too far off topic. Fans make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is a difference playing in front of people versus playing in front of an empty building. So seeding in the West, not only from a matchup point of view, becomes interesting, but if we end up with fans back in the building come playoff time, we got a different set of circumstances. So let's just kind of start rapid fire, fellas. We just talking about this Eastern Conference. I think all three of us, correct me if I'm wrong, believe Brooklyn is going to make the East fight.
If healthy, absolutely.
Who's the other team?
I like Philly, man.
Philadelphia.
I like Philly.
Philadelphia.
I like the energy in Philly. I like I remember I was on a post in our 94 Feet of Life group on Facebook. Join the damn group. A lot of people, they was giving Doc pretty much a good hard time last week on one of the posts. And I'm like, y'all do forget that Doc is a champion, right? He's a champion, and he's probably an injury or two away from being a multiple-time champion within a 3-year window. The 3-1s, okay, yeah, you blew 2 3-1s. One of them, he didn't have no business. Actually, it was 3, right? He got 3 3-1 leads blown.
Clippers.
Orlando.
Yep.
Orlando with Detroit, and then he got the one with the Clippers, and then
Clippers.
two with the Clippers. One with the Rockets, one with the Nuggets. Well, the Orlando one, they had no business being up 3-1. They were an 8 seed. They just hit their stride and maxed out. The other two, a lot of accommodative things that happen. Put it on Doc, but Doc ain't on the flow. So at some point, it bears the responsibility. Yeah, it does. It's going to fall on Doc. But at the same time, Doc has done a good job of being able to max out, with the talent. I think this may be the best thing that happened to Joel Embiid, best thing that happened to Ben Simmons. Just coming around the pike.
I like the temperament of this Philadelphia team better than the Clippers team. Clippers teams might be more talented, but this team got better character. And you talk about those 3-1 leads. We know if you watched Doc Rivers on All the Smoke, it was clearly real problems with the Clippers.
Right.
The Chris Paul Clippers had problems. Last year's team had problems. This Philadelphia team is more together than that group.
Fresh air.
Not as talented, but they're more together. So I like them too. I also like them, and Jeremy definitely jump on in on this one, is that I think the matchup for Brooklyn is more difficult with Philadelphia than it is with Milwaukee and Boston.
Absolutely.
The reason is you got the Embiid factor. That's the one player. That's their mismatch. That's the one player that don't matter who you put on them. It don't matter if you can put KD on him if you want to. That ain't gonna make a difference. So it's like that's the one time that you say if Embiid has an all-time series, that could go 7. Here's what makes this matchup even more funny. We got J. Cole out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't say he out there doing his thing. And then it makes it interesting because now Ben Simmons is playing in the paint. He's living in the paint. So now what you have to do is you have to just stand there with your arms up, and you have to make him make a contested layup. Next, don't let them get in transition because being in transition is a nightmare. this matchup, I'm here for that. I'm here for that finals matchup in the East. Because ultimately, I think the two best teams in basketball is Philly and Brooklyn. Ultimately, I think those are the two best teams in basketball. Whoever goes to the finals will win. I don't care if it's the Lakers, the Fakers, the Makers, the Takers. It just ain't happening. Them is the two best teams in basketball from a roster standpoint, from a talent standpoint, the way they play the game standpoint. And they have the mismatch every single night. If there's no AD,
and I feel like it's something to unlock with Joel, especially on the offensive end. It's a lot of dream in there to me.
Yeah. He's the closest thing to dream.
Closest thing to dream that we just seen in a minute.
Especially when I look at it on the offensive end, because he truly got the package to completely take over everything. Yeah. He's got that in him, you know what I'm saying? And Doc may be the one to unlock that, especially what he got comprised around him. I like it.
But
Trav, I'm gonna swing this to you on the West side.
Yeah.
So, I like to throw out my little, I like to kind of be in line with Germ and have my little nuggets and fun facts and trivia.
Dastardly stuff.
Every now and then, I like to contribute. So, West Side. LeBron James led teams have not lost in the conference part of the playoffs since 2010. The only time since 2010, except for 2019 when they didn't make the playoffs, he has gotten out of the conference every year for the last 10 years, except for the year he didn't make the playoffs. So, Trey, I'm going to start with you. You hate to make this an individual thing, but the man's record is his record. LeBron or the field in the West?
The field. The field.
Who in the field do you like?
I mean, you got to go with the Clippers. You got to go with the Clippers. You have to go with the Clippers. Here's the thing about LeBron James and the Lakers. It's not about LeBron James and the Lakers. Because you need AD at 100%. The Lakers need AD at 100%. That's why I'm taking the field. The West the Clippers are the number one team that can touch them. Not Denver. Utah, that's what they're playing right now. I'm taking the field. Utah, when grooving, they can snatch. LeBron needs AD more than anything this year.
So
LeBron needs AD.
We got a late sub checking in. Our main man, MJ. What's happening, bro?
Hey, man. Feel like Willis Free right now, man. How y'all doing, man?
Good, man. We glad to see you. So you can jump in on this question. You always like to jump in on the fun part. So the LeBron James led teams have not lost in the conference finals in the conference side of playoffs since 2010.
Okay.
So the question is LeBron versus the field in the West. And if you like the field, who in the field do you like?
I'm going with Brian, man. I need that money. For real, I get it. Utah is a very formidable team, a formidable foe. I understand Kawhi is not nowhere near scared of Brian and wholeheartedly feel like he's probably better even in his mind. I get all of it. Mm-hmm. But if LeBron got what he needs, that's Texas and LeBron in the finals.
And that's the thing right now. And that's the thing that I was saying. If AD was there, I'm taking LeBron and the odds.
Yeah.
But right now, I got to take the field.
I think we're both right because you're going as what you see right now. And I'm going with the intention, I believe that we are going to see AD back.
Right.
But here's the funniest thing about Bron. I remember, a few times in which, like, he didn't have his guys, and he still figured out a way to make it. This is weird. Like, I remember when Kyrie got hurt in 2015, and we was like, oh, the Bulls gonna finally get him now. He don't got his dogs. Nah. They still beat him, and made it look easy, kind of, with Dellavedova.
Let me just step in and say this real quick, because I get it. We're gonna pay LeBron his respect. That's cool. I got y'all. He is one of the 5 greatest players to ever play basketball. I'm gonna give that man his respect right now. But now we're about to get disrespectful. Hold my beer. Now, with that being said, I gotta make sure that we honest about this from this perspective. This is the one year that it don't feel like you're gonna be able to do that in the West. It's a lot of things that I see here. Like, honestly, MJ, last year with the situation with Denver, as much as people may have wanted Denver to win, Denver never had a shot against LA.
No,
that was a terrible matchup. Like that was atrocious.
Because you got the white from Atlanta, Georgia, not the white from the little prep school, the Christian
from Atlanta Christian Academy.
You got Hotep Dwight.
Yeah. So that's just a terrible matchup. But when we talk about potentially having to face the Clippers and beat them, the Clippers do something that the Lakers struggle with. They get out in transition and they will run. That's the area where I look at this and I say it's interesting, because Montrezl Harrell, I'm telling you this now, Montrezl Harrell going to the other locker room, it is not the same. I am not excited.
Hey, I'm gonna say this too, because this is going to be a nice, plug for views for the 22, even though y'all in the off season, and I just got to be honest about it. The same thing we say about Brady is the same thing we should say about LeBron. Now,
I see differences, but it's okay.
I know where you're going with that. I know.
I make jokes because I'm literally talking about a dude that he loves versus a dude that he don't like at all, and that's what makes it interesting. The thing with LeBron, though, what is different about it is LeBron may minimize or take away a certain talent in the name of sacrificing to make sure that he's able to set the table for them, as opposed to just letting them eat, unless it's a guy that's probably going to be a future Hall of Famer. But we got to be real. We talk about the Golden State Warriors culture and how everybody who goes there has a tendency to be successful. We got to say the same thing about LeBron. We have to. 10 finals. It's nothing to argue. Just like how we can't argue Tom Brady. And every time we think of a team that's like, oh, there's no way they could get this thing. Like the same thing you just told me, Germ, about the Clippers, and you made all those logical explanations about the Clippers, is the same thing people was telling me about the Chiefs in the Super Bowl against the Bucks. What happened?
Don't do that, MJ. MJ, we told you at Views that it wasn't going to be what they thought.
No, you did. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you 94 feet of life what it is. So now you're on my shirt. Now I'm telling you on 94 feet of life what it is. Clippers is not beating them. They're not.
All right, we gonna look.
Ham,
they gonna win.
Ham, let me bring you.
We got 25. We got 25 push-ups on this one, MJ.
Ham, LeBron or the field?
I'm gonna even it out, man. I'm gonna roll with Bron. I mean, our daddies and granddaddies ain't seen nobody go to 10 finals except Russell and them. So this is just and I get the other, factors and everything. No AD is major. No AD may not win them the finals, but I think they can get to June without him. It's gonna be rough. The track record is what it is, though. It's kind of one of those where it's like at some point this gonna catch up. But when is that point? Now it's like in 2018, I thought that was as prime as ever as you was gonna stop him from getting to the finals.
Nope.
And the main became Black Jesus.
You know
Right
something?
there.
Against the Celtics. I thought the Celtics had them.
You know
The
something?
Celtics.
Know
I thought they had them.
There's something about know-how. Like,
Yeah.
we talk all this all you want. You see all of this weight on me, I'm about 250, 260. If you was to put me in the game at 21, I know how to get the victory. Jerm, you know that's too, because you know how to play. You can relate to that. Because you get underestimated too, probably because of your weight and height.
I mean,
you know how to do certain things on the court because you just have the wisdom, the will, and the skill to do it.
Know-how.
LeBron's been playing this game for 18 years. Do you really think somebody's going to outsmart him in a 7-game series? Hell no.
and that's
You
the
have
key
to
right
outgun-
there.
You have
I
to
love what you say. Look, I'm with you. I don't argue. We don't. Me and you don't ever argue about anything in life.
No.
We don't ever. We don't even disagree. So it just be weird. But the thing is, I'm telling you, this year just feels different.
That's
18 felt different too. That was what I was saying.
18. You know, the only reason why 18 didn't feel as different for me, Ham, is because the Celtics. It just. If I had to be honest, I still felt like the Celtics was missing something. And also,
you know what
we
they
talk
were
about Kyrie. I know what they was missing.
They were missing
Yankee
Kyrie.
Doodle went to town, riding on
No. They weren't missing. They weren't missing 2018, that game. They weren't missing them. You want to know what they were missing? Shots.
They,
Ah,
All right, well,
they couldn't score, man.
I
They
just-
couldn't-
Missing. I mean, am I telling the truth?
they
When
couldn't
it
score.
was a
You're
game,
right.
what happened? LeBron, Jeff Green, they hit shots.
hey,
Yeah.
Boston did.
Yeah.
I just feel like this. MJ, I'm with you. It's like Freddie, it's like Jason. They think they killed Jason. They throw Jason in the lake. They tie his ankles with the chains. They throw him in the bottom of the lake.
Burn
He
them.
come back up for air.
I just want y'all to. So look, man. I'm sorry. Les in the comments going crazy on Facebook.
I know. Let's.
Oh, I know, Les. This
Hey,
is favorite
Hey,
subject.
he said. Let me tell you what this man said. He said, "Black Jesus, nah, fam. Jesus wept, not Jesus swept."
That's Les.
That
Shout
is
out
Worldwide.
Hey, speaking of Worldwide Les, he will be with us Thursday night
Oh man.
for the conference tournament preview. So y'all will get more of that wit and humor
Oh my goodness.
on Thursday night.
I never called him. So I never went that far. I just said.
No, it's
Big Shot the one that put the tag on it. I just ran with it.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. I just listen. LeBron is a great player, man. Here's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna say that they don't make it to the conference finals, though. That's where I am with LeBron. I'm saying I guarantee where AD or no AD, conference finals is the least that they're gonna make it to.
Oh, it won't be a second round. It won't be a second round exit. No.
Yeah, no.
Before we do a push-up bet, Jerry, we'll just ask a question. Trust playoff P.
This year just feels different, so I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. I
I
hope
think,
it's different.
I think to your point, Jerm, that if it is going to be somebody out of the field to beat them,
Mm-hmm.
I think it is the Clippers. If there is somebody who's got a shot to beat them, and I know the Clippers have issues in the backcourt, and they have some things that they need to sort out. Lou Williams has kind of really lost his stroke. Pause over the last since the bubble.
Good pause.
If Lou Williams can find his touch again, or they make a move, like to me, if I'm the Clippers, you've gone this far. I am calling. It's not long distance. It's not international calls because they in Tampa this year.
I knew it.
I am calling the Raptors, and I'm saying, what is the price for Kyle Lowry?
Toronto Clippers. Turn them into the Toronto Clippers. Might as well.
It's 2019 all over.
Ooh-wee.
We talk about moves that can be made.
Some of Kyle's best
That
ball
dude
was played with Kawhi Leonard.
That
And it's
dude,
gotta happen right now if
that
they
dude
go.
is that dude.
So-
He's competitive.
Tall.
He's a winner. He in the big games. In them big games, if you have Kyle Lowry at your point guard, you don't lose a 3-1 series.
Nah.
Hey,
You don't.
Big Shot. You talking.
See,
I
if
like
I'm the
it.
Clippers.
It's like
That is
O2
the-
out here. I
if I'm
like
the,
it.
it could be 2019 all over again.
Could
If
be.
I'm the Clippers, that is the move. However
say-
you got to do it.
I'm just gonna say this, and then I'm gonna pass the ball. The only thing that you're gonna have to do with Big Shot is you're gonna have to get rid of. Probably have to get rid of Zubac. You're probably gonna have to get rid of what's his name? The Lou Will, and you're probably gonna have to get rid of Twin.
Arriva Dirty. Au
Hey,
revoir.
I would say
Adios.
Twin of those three, Twin is the toughest one to give up.
True that.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
but to be
Only
real,
reason why you can give up Twin is because you signed Nick Batum for $1.6 million.
Like,
If you want to
think
get
about
Kyle,
but if
Last
the sticking point is Lou Williams, I like Lou,
Gotta go.
but for Kyle Lowry,
been real cheap.
Shake my hand, bro. Shake my hand. We make this one.
like I said, last year we talked about this matchup last year. That never happened. We gonna talk about it again. They couldn't get past Denver. You think they gonna get past a motivated Phoenix? Like y'all keep forgetting. They gotta get there first. Can they even get there?
I tell you what, I like them over
Lakers go get
Phoenix.
there.
I like them over Phoenix only because this. And now Chris Paul can do wonders with a lot of things. But y'all know how this works.
Too much fair
This
power.
Devin Booker's first time through this playoffs. And very rarely do you on your first trip does it go smooth like that. I like Devin. Like Devin a lot.
Hey, but you know something else though? And we talk about fans returning. Advantage Braun. That's the stage he looks for. With the people there, he don't care about the boos. If the people are there, that's where he's at his best. That's where he feels most at home and most comfortable. So if you bring, even in a minimal capacity, if you got people in the building, advantage Braun.
Yeah.
MJ, let me bring you back in. I think you didn't catch the first question.
Okay.
We said in the East, similar.
All
We
right.
all pretty much like Brooklyn to make the conference finals.
Yeah.
Minimum, right?
Yeah.
Who's the other team?
Billy.
There it is.
There it is. We don't
We ain't got too much. We ain't
But
got
the
too much to talk about
thing,
tonight.
but the thing about Brooklyn, man, when they play Philly, you got that Slim Reaper, and you got Mike Evans Jr.
My God.
That's gonna skin you apart.
Everybody said Kyrie
he's the equalizer at the end of the game.
Oh God,
He's the equalizer at the end of the game.
you can't mess with them folks like that, man. James gonna this man. Oh my God,
Didn't
man.
even mention Harden.
No, because you know why I didn't mention Harden? Because Kyrie didn't simplified his role.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
You be the point guard, I be the off guard. I
I'm
don't
just saying.
dribbles to get to point A to point B in a triple threat position. And KD just come, hey, I'm going to curl 16, 17, 18. I'm pulling up. Nobody can block my shot.
They've been at full strength probably about 15-20% of the season, just all together. And they still putting up 120 a night.
140 back to back.
And
winning streak without KD.
And here's the wild part. They forget the Blake Griffin fact. As Jerm said, alluded to it. All Blake got to give me is 20 minutes.
That's all he got to do.
And I'm glad this. I promise I won't take too much time, but I got to
Hey,
talk.
get cut.
You stupid. Only reason why I got to talk about this is because I'm just tired of the Blake slander. And with the Blake slander, what you got to understand is there's no way a dude can average what he averages and not be skilled. You know who he is? He's a light-skinned Karl Malone. We disrespected the hell out of Karl Malone, even though he is the second leading scorer of all time. Disrespect that. You can't just be the second leading scorer of all time and only dunk.
Right.
It's impossible. It's impossible. That means he had to dunk. Well, he got 37,000 points. I mean, he had to dunk 19,000 times in 11 years. Never happened. Dunks and free throws, if it's like that. So when you look at Blake last year, he averaged 24. Yes, he only played 18 games because he had injury issues, but you can't score 24, and he's not even dunking. So what is your excuse? It has to be skill, right? So you get a guy that sets a screen. He wide as all nails. You set a screen on him. You got to make a decision whether you're going to double the ball or you're going to let this man pop to the wing or the corner. All right.
Blake,
instead of DeAndre Jordan, who you know if he catches it in the pop, it's going to have to be a dribble handoff because he can't do nothing else with it. Now you got a whole nother problem because he might just shoot that.
Yeah. Blake is going to be, it's very similar, obviously a different type of player. But you could use him the way teams use like Ennis Canner. You are just responsible for killing the second team big man.
Yep.
That's your job.
And guess who he's gonna be in the game with in the second quarter?
Harden. Who can't wait to throw it?
Two of the best one-on-one players.
Oh my good. Listen. Let me tell you something. This is the part that gets me. And I ain't gonna take too much time. I'm just gonna cut right to the chase. If you in the second unit with Harden, with grown man game Harden that we seeing this year, that means this pick and roll has turned into pocket passes, one pocket pass, and a layup or a dunk. Or he getting all the way to the rim.
Are we gonna talk about the coaching staff who's used to having athletic bigs who lost their athleticism, who can now shoot jumpers?
Nasty Nash and Amari.
Are we gonna talk about this?
Do we need to talk about it? Because I mean, listen, do we need to talk about it? Because
he will always be on the floor. You got Harden, Irving, Durant. He will always be on the floor with two of them.
If not just one big shot, because you will always be on the floor with two of them pertaining to James Harden, Joe Harris. Yes, I'm putting Joe Harris in there because he probably gonna be in the corner sitting there just like this.
And you can't help.
Joe Harris
can't leave him.
I'm actually glad you brought him up.
It increased 4% now. His 3-point percentage.
Y'all gonna start respecting my man, Dirty Joe Harris, man.
Dirty Joe.
I think it's the headband.
Hey, that dude. We talk about purely. There are a lot of great shooters in this league.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Harris on that 3-point line is as automatic as it gets.
Yeah, he got a real rifle.
If he get his feet set, it's over.
They got a real deal rifle.
And not only is it he making threes, Joe defend that position too. He ain't Dennis Rodman. But he ain't no slouch either.
No, he competing.
But he out there like Bill Lambier or somebody like that. We trying to find somebody for him.
Joe is
because he's an underrated rebounder. MJ has alluded to this. He's a very underrated rebounder.
He's an underrated all around player. Period.
Hey,
I'll give it up to Dirty Joe. Dirty Joe is all right.
Hey, he got a real rifle like Ralphie off of Red Ryder BB gun. He got jumping for Ralph.
I just want somebody to explain to me how you gonna stop a 5-out with constant pick and rolls and dribble handoffs with a lineup of James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Joe Harris, Kevin Durant, and Blake Griffin. Please explain.
Their only logical answer.
Please explain. What are you gonna do?
The only logical answer is felony assault. That's it.
Which we do
That's
not
it.
recommend here at 94 Feet of Life. We are not saying felony assault is a good thing.
Which will get you 2-game suspensions, and you still lose.
So here's another part of this that makes this even fun too. Y'all do realize that Blake can still take the ball off the backboard, right? And everybody else can go that way. And he can break down. And he don't walk it up the floor. He wasn't doing that at Oklahoma.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
Hey, y'all want to hear something silly?
Oh my
Imagine
goodness.
if Griffin decide, you know what, I'm just gonna be light-skinned Draymond Green with his skill.
MJ, I swear, dude, I was getting ready to say that. I swear on everything I love. I didn't want to jump the gun. I wasn't gonna say it live.
So
But I was gonna say, what if he decide to be Draymond Green?
Because he became, as his game sort of evolved, a really good passer. Like
so
Blake
we just gonna find ways to make grown men cry on this show tonight.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get off Brooklyn because we don't want to break too much.
No, because I'm saying this, I want them to wish their way into something bad happening so that they can try to.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I want to hear it. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna run a triangle in 5? What y'all gonna
That's
run?
what I'm hoping for. What y'all gonna do about this?
Hey man, did this man just say a triangle in 5?
That's what it's
man.
gonna be.
MJ doing
Hey,
new
he
math.
ruthless.
He doing new math. So we let him have it. Other things to look at second half of the season, fellas. Shifting back out to the West.
Yes, sir.
I know, and MJ, I'm with you. The wish factor. We try not to have too much wish factor, but I really would like Portland to get a crack at one of these big guns in LA.
Yeah.
Not because I think Portland's going to win the series, but I feel like I just need more Dame Lillard later in the postseason.
Yeah.
Dame is such a fun dude, man. Like, he's somebody like I can say I've probably grown more appreciation for later of late.
Absolutely.
He one of those dudes, man, from the small market. He probably my favorite small market guy of everybody. Damn the Spurs. I'm sick of them. But it's like what you get with Dave, you just get it's just straight player. You know, it's like, hey man, I'm here. This is what I do. I hoop, I spit bars, I make Hulu commercials, you know what I'm saying? I kick it with my family. That's pretty much what it is in a nutshell. And I'm coming out here to cut you through.
You know who Dave reminds me of, y'all? And I'm saying this with zero disrespect. Because we in March. Y'all know Randolph Childress and Kimball Walker. And it's just this one dude who can just carry us this whole weekend. He gonna carry us to the finish line.
Dang, that dude.
That's Dame 82 nights a year.
That's him.
Yeah.
Like,
and I'm so glad
that's the problem.
but I'm so glad that y'all at least talk about it. It's not about no comic book hero stuff. It's just about if we're going to talk about good players, we have to be fair in the assessment. And unfortunately, I don't give a damn how good you are in spades. That's for John. If you got 6 of a suit and 1 spade, you only gonna get about 2 books.
You better hope you got some other things in their suit, Chief. In other suits. Aces and kings, preferably.
You're only so good as your hand. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're only so good as your hand. The best spade player is when they get a balanced hand, and now it becomes, okay, now who can outthink better?
Right.
If it's a hand that's just 3-3-3-4, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna get 4 books if I know what I'm doing. I ain't worried. I'm gonna manipulate this 4 books. I'm gonna make this 9 of diamonds jump some way. It's gonna be a bad fucking 9 somehow, some way. I'm gonna make it work.
Don't give me 4-5 spades and then give me a run suit. It's gonna get emotional.
And MJ, you could appreciate this because you were a killer in the summer league. He humble about it. He was a killer. Dang. And it's such an overrated term. Oh, this dude's clutch gene, whatever, all that, whatever.
Right.
But Dame is truly, if this game is close within the last 2 minutes of the game, and it's close, or we got the ball down, whatever, tie game in the last 20 seconds, and Dame gets it.
You won the ones.
Listen, right now, the way the West playoffs is set up as of right now, and this is no knock to my guys who are Dallas Mavericks fans, no knock on y'all. But the way the playoffs is set up right now, all 8 teams that are in it, if we could just keep that there, it will be the most entertaining playoffs for me personally. Because I don't care if Steph is an 8 seed, 7 seed, Steph got a game and a half that he's going to win by its damn self. He got a game and a half. That half made it, this team should not, we should not even be in this game, but we in this game, and then whatever happened after that happened. That's the half.
Golden State 8, right?
Was that?
No, they're not in. They're not in right now.
They're 9 right
They're
now.
number 9.
If
They're like
Golden
a half
State get
game
the
or a
8
game
spot,
out.
I want Golden State to get the 8 because the last
if
time
Golden State get the 8 and they play Utah,
hey, look,
it's so even.
look, they play the same way.
The West is so evenly built. Golden State can sneak up there in Salt Lake City.
And you talking about, yes, if you are
Lord
Utah number 1 seed, cool. Do you really want to have to deal with Steph 4 out of 7?
No.
Yeah, but
No.
it's on 3-point contest.
Or if you are the Clippers, you're trying to shake these demons. And it's Dame time 4 out of 7.
Dame? You want to see that? No.
You're the better team.
Shoot. And I'm
but they have this one guy who is MJ just alluded to. We've watched win games. That's another overrated phrase, but it's true in Dame's case. They just will the team. We just are not gonna lose today.
And you know what, Dame?
You got to deal with that for a week and a half.
Exactly. And you know what, Dame Master? I understand now the common denominator. It has nothing to do with basketball. Following my, unspoken life coach in basketball, Isaiah Z. Thomas. Secret to basketball is not about basketball. So if we're going to say that, let's just put it out there. In the 90s, when it was grown man hooping, the toughest leader usually won. The dude that will fight you, the dude that will demand the most out of you, that dude usually won. In this political last day and age, the person that you the coolest with is going to win. And I'm going to tell you something. Dame and Steph, they promote a fun working environment. If I'm a role player and I'm nervous and I see number 0 telling me, man, shoot that shit, I feel better already.
Mm.
Or you see Curry like, bruh, shoot that motherfucker. I feel better already because they're attracting so much attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at Gary Trent right now. Gary Trent is a very solid guard.
Yes, he is.
But where do you think that confidence came from? There is no CJ McCollum. Melo coming off the bench. Who else is there?
That's coming from Dame.
0.
And Melo and Dame. Hey man, that Melo is 2 zeros, right?
2-0.
Them folk, hey, 0 and 00. That's 3 zeros on the clock, sir. Because they putting it all up on. They leaving it all out there on all of it. I like all it. Y'all see that? See how easy that was. But anyway, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But y'all wonder why Andrew Wiggins care about basketball now? Y'all wonder why Carmelo, who was a dude that people called with damaged goods and just ready to retire, is now rejuvenated? Y'all wonder why guys that you ain't even heard of or know can come in and just give a smooth 20 or 30? Y'all want to know why that is? Y'all want to know why Golden State wants to go get Victor Oladipo, even though we kind of look like, well, what is that about? Because it's fun playing with these dudes.
They just like being in lovely environments. That's all. Lovely environments. Right?
They having lovely conversations with their friends.
Yes, they just like having lovely conversations with their friends.
I'm letting you know. I'm watching this on the replay and I'm memeing it. I got to. I saw it coming. That's what was funny. I'm like, you can hit us with the lovely
So
conversation.
I see Germ has switched his name as he's prone to do to GM Germ, which means before we close out the night, we're gonna have a little fun. GM Germ has got a game for us. Lord knows what this is gonna be, but we're gonna roll with it. So Germ, close us out for the night.
Last night, Jerv.
So
Now,
yeah, I hope this is not as hard as the game on view.
It's not gonna be hard. I want y'all to critique. You guys get to be the GMs of two basketball teams. Y'all get to be the GM for the Cavs, and y'all get to be the GM for the Rockets.
Oh, hell of a dream job.
Oh, God, no.
Because because I'm the GM of the Blazers.
Okay.
Dang, big shot, dang. Hold on, slow down. I have a situation on hand where I see that I am wasting numbers. I'm wasting these 000s. And I know that CJ is going to come back at some point. I got Gary locked up for little money. I got Carmelo locked up for little money. I got a lot of good players, and I got Ennis locked up for a vet minimum of $5 million. So I'm solid. So what I'm doing is, hey, Cleveland, I want Kevin Love.
That's what you want.
I want Kevin Love. Y'all not playing him. So how about we make this interesting? This is why we like lovely conversations with our friends. So I have another team online. So hold on 1 second, Cleveland. Let me call the Rockets on three-way because they ain't got nothing over there and they need some help. So now that we got everybody on the conference call here, I have a trade that I want to propose to y'all. I want Kevin Love. So we got Kevin Love coming to me at $31 million. I want for the Blazers, are you willing to part ways with Nurkic? He hasn't stayed healthy for you. Cantor's playing all of your minutes right now at your big man. Most importantly, you're not using him because he can't stay healthy, can't stay on the floor. Availability is the best ability. And then we got a situation where Robert Covington has had a couple of good games. So his value right now is the highest that it's going to be. He'd have been knocking down a couple trade balls now. Cleveland, I know you need a wing player over there that can maybe help mentor along some of those young guys. And then Cleveland, I know you like Zach Collins. I know you see him. 7 feet, can stand in the corner and knock down a three, can come off your bench, and he can take care of some things for you. Now, the Rockets, y'all might as well go ahead and get rid of Eddie, to get rid of my guy Daniel House. He ain't doing nothing over there. We can use that little money and make something out of this.
Room service house.
Yes. And then Dante Exum. Throw him in there as well because he's making over $9 million this year.
He's still in the league.
Yeah.
I didn't know he still hooped in the league.
$9.6 million to be exact, y'all. See, look, I know y'all rosters. I understand y'all pain.
Now, with all that being said, break down to the people, cipher all of this. You want Kevin Love to go to Portland.
And now
Portland is going to give what?
Portland in this situation is going to part ways with Covington.
Going where?
Covington would be going to Cleveland.
Nurkic going to Houston.
Nurkic goes to Houston.
Right.
We get Dante Exum and House as well that goes to Cleveland with Collins. The Rockets take Nurkic. The Blazers get Kevin Love. The Cavs get the wing players of Covington and House with Exum and Collins.
Pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Pull that trigger. Yeah, I like that.
Everybody good? Is everybody happy?
That's solid.
You pull the trigger on that because the ultimate winner is the person who made up the trade, which is Portland. Because the simple fact that Kevin Love is wasting his God-honest time.
And time.
And
Yeah.
Kevin Moses, a Portland kid, right?
Supporting kid.
Bring him on.
Let's go. Thumbs up.
We good for the trade? Oh, snaps.
You go with
We
that.
just completed a trade
Yeah.
on a. We just.
We-
Hey, I love
we
the
gonna-
lovely conversations with my friends.
But you know,
Go to Disneyland.
Last
but
time we took
you know, Blind GM is this Friday though, right?
I know.
Yeah. Right there.
My spirit went down quick.
That man went from 100 to 10.
Real quick. We ain't about to play with him, man. He be cheating. He be cheating. This man made me take Andrew Wiggins and then trade Andrew Wiggins for Harrison Barnes in the same day. How did you do that?
You did that.
Trav, it's easy for you to say because you didn't play. You didn't
Exactly.
play,
So I can say what I want.
Yeah, Travis, you
Trav. What
gotta
I
play
want.
too.
Now I do what I want.
Hey, Travis is playing this week, by the way, too.
Yeah, Yep,
I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
Wait. Let me see what I got for my next one.
Oh God. Man, I mess around and pick up McGinnis.
Ooh,
So that right there. So I want.
try to go grab the dude we had on Wheel of Fortune, the international.
Hey, that's what I'm gonna end up with. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be cussing the whole show. So with that being said, that was a GM Germ segment of the show. I just thought it was an interesting trade. I put that together myself. I got about 10 trades already organized and mapped out. So we may just have some fun with some things one day this week, maybe one day coming up. We got March Madness coming up, of course, and then the trade deadline is the 25th. So we may come up with some fun stuff, but I'm having fun with these trade scenarios because that would make sense for all of the teams, considering what Cleveland needs. What ultimately, why I say this for the Blazers, but then we can wrap up the show, is it gives you a guy that you can play in the pick and roll situation with Dame now, and he's an automatic threat now from everywhere on the court.
And he low maintenance about it.
And once again, he's very underrated on perimeter defense.
Yep.
Correct. So there you go. I think he fits what the Blazers want to do. They close out.
I disrespected Kevin Love because he white, y'all.
Yeah, let's
That's really what it been. Y'all been trying to trade that
I've
man.
been saying
It
it
his
for
fault
years.
since 2015.
They try to play him.
I have been saying that for years.
Big shot. I'm passing it back to
And
you.
when
Big
that
shot.
man when that man sat down in 2016 and made Steph shoot that shot, then nobody say nothing.
Jacob, we getting ready to close out the show, Jacob. So if you're listening, check this out. Go back a little bit on the video, run back the video, and you'll see the exact trade scenario that I put together, and give us some feedback in the group, of course, or you can do it on the YouTube page or on the Facebook page. No difference to us.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Put one on all the platforms, Jake.
Yeah, tell everybody.
Yeah, just jump on all the platforms and comment, man.
Right. So up next, we got on Thursday, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, 6:30, since he's in the Mountain Time Zone. Our main man, Coach Lester Stewart, will be here breaking down conference tournament weekend. So it's that time. So that'll be Thursday. Friday afternoon, Friday fun, Blind GM, the trade deadline. On Friday afternoon, Trav thinks he's not playing. He's gonna play. He's gonna play. And then next Monday night live, our main man Greg Jones sliding through to preview the NCAA tournament, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. It's a busy time of the year here at 94, but honestly, it's fun. These next couple weeks are going to be tremendous, and seeing as how last year we were cheated out of the March Madness last year is back. I'm very excited. So because I'm excited, go ahead, MJ.
On a serious note, now you can close us out. On a serious note, I know I don't really like to talk about my personal business, but I won't. But I will just say this: please, you guys, take care of your mental health. Let's end the narrative and the stigma that if you go see therapy or if you go get your mental health right, you are crazy or deranged or look like anybody off those movies that paint that picture. Mental health is important. Mental health is real. My people, especially my people of color, go get yourself checked. If something traumatic happened to you, go talk to somebody about it. Talk to your loved ones. If that don't work, talk to a professional. Now is the time to be able to really focus on your mental health. Because guess what? You can't do anything physical without the mental telling the physical to do it first.
Facts.
And that is completely factual. So take care of yourself so that you can be here to talk the gang with us, enjoy the gang with us. Remember, Facebook fan page, all capital letters, SCEN. Instagram, the.SCEN. Twitter heads, SCEN_THE. Twitch gang, THE_SCEN. And if you're watching this YouTube, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching a replay, capital T, lowercase HE, all caps SCEN. Subscribe, notifications on, like everything, follow everything, subscribe to everything. MJ, Trav, Germ, Ham, MJ, 94 feet of light, basketball, for the people, by the people. We out.
Good show, y'all.
Appreciate it.
That was fun. Y'all crazy.
Hey, I came late. I had to deal with some shit, but yeah.
Nah, you right. You right. You guys playing that tough. You right. I'm glad you're here.
You all right?